Welcome to this week's episode of Car Stars and Roll Bars. I'm Mike Kinney, your host. Do me a big favor. Subscribe, like, and share. Hit up our YouTube channel. Push, hit the button. Share it on social media. Tell all your friends all this stuff we're doing about hot rods and the culture and the people and the collections and all this is associated with wheels and tires and fun stuff. Today, and every time I think, well, sorry guys, I don't know if we got a cool episode this week. Once again, I'm wrong. We have, got to look at my notes. This is the Rodz and Bodz Movie Car and More Museum. We're going to have Zack Loffert talking with us. He's the CEO and owner of this. And I guarantee you there's going to be at least one car you're going to see today and go, oh, I remember that car from a movie. Well, a lot of the cars in this collection are that car. They're not all replicas or could be, should be. They're the real deal. Before we bring Zack on, we have a quick little video that can kind of introduce what you're getting ready to see. Fasten your seatbelt. Wow. Every time I see a little clip, I'm going, dude, I got to go to this museum. Zack, so great you could join us for the show today, man. This is going to be an absolute hoot. Before we start in and talk about all these cars, you and I've had a chance to talk before. Most people are happy with maybe, 2 cars, 3 cars. And you've got around, and look at my notes, I think north of 150 in this rotating collection. What caused all this?
I have a collection problem. I turned it from Hot Wheels when I was a kid. Now I just do full size.
Do full size. What's it?
One scale.
1/1 scale. So I believe you're in a mall in Lakewood, Colorado?
Correct. We are located in Colorado Mills Mall. Our biggest plan with the museum was to get younger kids involved in the museum, and the easiest way to do that was put it in a mall. They're already here, so.
Oh, cool. Yeah, when I was reading some of the bio on your museum, looking at your notes, the prices are really reasonable, like $12, and for first responders, all they can get in for free. And I like when you talk about your mission is get the younger generation involved in all things automotive. I'm going. Here. And that's a good thought. You're at the mall anyway doing shopping or with your parents and going, hello, look at all these cool cars.
Yep. If you get dragged to the mall and you don't want to go, you can come hide out in the museum and it's great. We let first responders in for free. We let veterans, all military in for free, police in for free. And that's every day of the week. That's not certain days of the week or anything like that. But it's fantastic. We've just celebrated our second year last week, and we got one more year left on our lease, and then we'll figure out. We really need a bigger space, but we don't know the plan yet.
Need a bigger space. Well, I think we got some pictures talking about King of Segway of your facility, a little bit bigger space. So for the viewers, when you're walking through this mall, you might notice this storefront, and I love that. Is that about like a 32 kind of old bucket configuration, maybe?
Yep. Yeah, that was for Teacher Appreciation Week. There was roses and flowers that they could come pick out for free.
Oh, cool.
And just kind of do that fun stuff up. And then you can see the mystery machine behind there.
Yeah.
That's our featured car of the month. So we're very interactive.
Beautiful.
We let our fans pick a different car they can sit in every single month. So
excellent.
It rotates. It's a great way to have hands on and get the kids in the driver's seat and all that fun stuff.
Absolutely. I think we got a few more on the of the location. And I love this shot because that is one serious version of a Batmobile behind you too.
Yep, yeah, that's the big Batmobile monster truck. We're actually friends with Batman. He does a bunch of charity stuff,
cool,
including a huge shopping spree. He takes a bunch of kids on a shopping spree. called Shopping with Batman. It's a week before Christmas.
Nice.
And that thing is a street legal monster truck based off of the comic books. It's super, super cool. So, and then of course, you never know who's going to pop up at the museum, whether it's a celebrity, whether it's the Grinch.
Exactly.
You don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I like that shot, and you get a sense of just how big this place is.
Yeah, it's 30,000 square feet, and we really have a mix of everything. We have video game cars, we have screen used cars, we have replicas, and we are constantly buying and building. We just got the screen used car from Breaking Bad.
Wow.
We've got a couple vehicles from movies that are out next year that we are not allowed to put out yet. So
nice.
It's always changing. It's literally, I tell people, you can come one month and then come the next month, and you're going to see stuff you didn't see the month before.
Excellent. Totally different. And I love COEs, right? That cab over engine. Now that is a cool hauler, man.
Yeah, that was awesome, and we still have it. When I first started this company, we did nothing but weddings and photo shoots and commercials, pretty much anything you could think of to rent a cool car, and we still do.
Sure.
Everything in the museum can be rented, and that's our 49. It's on full air ride. It has 10-foot ramps that are built in, and I didn't need anything extra to load. That's our James Dean replica, little bastard. Obviously, it's not the real one, so don't think you're going to get the $1 million. Don't think you found it. But yeah, it's super cool.
That is super cool. And obviously, it's been fascinating too, Zach, just the reach you're having in the community and lots of interest. And I think actually we have a video from a local broadcast affiliate, and I'm not sure if that broadcaster was on location with you. I'm not sure if he's recovered yet or not. Let's check this out, Rick.
If you've ever been walking around Colorado Mills Mall, saw a bunch of very familiar automobiles, and wondered, what's that? Why, it's Rodz and Bodz Movie Car Museum. This is Zack, the owner and founder. Zack, how many cars do you have in this place?
We got about 74 in here right now.
Can I get inside all of them?
No.
This is from the movie.
Yes, from the 2016 one.
In the movie.
Yes.
And you can, well, don't touch it.
Don't touch it. Don't.
When you're in the Flintstones actual car. How did you get this? This is crazy.
This is actually one of the screen used cars from the John Goodman Flintstones.
Ka-chow! Lightning McQueen. How do you make an animated car?
So you got to use a real race car, obviously. So this is actually Jeff Gordon's old race car, and now
Jeff Gordon's race car?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking at my notes. I've listened to that video about 3 times. That is Jeff Gordon's prior race car.
Correct. Yep. You can't build Lightning McQueen if you don't use a real race car. You just can't do it.
So you just happen to look up Jeff Gordon in the Yellow Pages. I need a racecar.com or something. Or
yeah. You just Google it and it pulls right up and you order it. It's like Amazon. 2 days, it's in the museum. That's as simple as it is.
Well, again, I think that just kind of demonstrates the connections you have outside of the community, and I think everybody's really on board with your very unique approach to having a hands-on museum. And Zach's already talked about it. Later on, we're going to have some discussion on how they actually expand this even further for weddings or event locations, just cool stuff you want to do. But before we go there, we got look at my notes. Yeah, we got pictures of cars, because after all, this is Car Stars and Roll Bars. I think we got some shots here. Hello. Now, is that kind of like a bullet configuration there?
Yeah, that's Eleanor.
That's Eleanor, yep.
So that's gone in 60 seconds.
Yes, sir.
And of course, it's got the Go Baby Go button. And we have, what's cool about the museum is we have, I've got a bunch of the same cars, some of them that are dedicated for only rentals. So that way, we try and limit the disappointment at all times. It's hard if you come to see the Batmobile and it's gone. If we have 2 of them, then it's easier.
Yes,
and we do a lot of that stuff. Like we have 2 Ghostbusters, we have 2 Smokey and the Bandits, stuff that's super popular. So it's constantly rotating. But we also get the community involved. We do. Their star car is a different community member's car every 30 days. So if someone local has a cool car, they want to put it in the museum, we let them do it.
Nice.
We own 99% of the cars in here, but it's fun to let other people have their car in here as well.
Speaking about Ghostbusters, there you go.
Yep. Yeah, that's my obviously not my favorite. My favorite's our other one, which is the original style. But that's the you can obviously the red roof is a dead giveaway for the 2016 remake with the all female cast.
Yes, very very cool. Wow,
Yeah, that one is.
That's just stealthy, nasty, gnarly looking.
Yeah, that is the screen used in time Challenger. It was the hero car. It was driven by Justin Timberlake and Cillian Murphy in the movie In Time, and it was it's a fantastic car. Runs great. It's got a brand new 440 in it, and we drive like these cars don't sit. When we take them out to events, we drive them. I'm starting them every 3 or 4 months, and trying to keep them all running well.
Beautiful. This is
yep.
Oh yeah. I'm into doozies and Auburns and all. I saw this. I said, man, I got to throw this pick in. That's just breathtaking.
So that is a live behind the scene picture of a prom rental. That just gives you our scope of rentals that we do. Rented for prom. Her favorite car is the Auburn Boattail Speedster. She wanted it for prom, so we went up to Red Rocks, and I drove it. I drove it up to Red Rocks, parked it where she wanted it. If it's close enough, we'll drive it. There's cars like the Time Machine and stuff like that will trailer just because the car itself will almost cause accidents.
Yes.
But it's an absolutely stunning car.
Well, that is gorgeous. And now we got a little Star Wars. I think it's R2-D2 trying to drive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So that's a sneak peek. We had a little kid in here, and I asked him. All my staff, they always ask, what was your favorite car? And he's like, well, I didn't have one. I only like Star Wars. And I had two options. I could either tell this 7-year-old, okay, well, Star Wars is in space. I don't know what you want me to do about that. Or I can build a Star Wars pod racer. So I built a life-size Jar Jar Binks pod racer. It's got a 454 big block, full air ride.
Oh, I love it.
Those seats are just as comfortable as they look.
Nice.
And you can in that picture there's a lot to see. You got the 18 van right to the left, and then of course you have Kit from Knight Rider directly behind it.
Wow. Yeah, there is a lot going. Hello, and I'm a Mopar guy, so this one scratches my itch.
This is that is the screen used Charger from not only one but 2 Fast and Furious movies. That was used in Fast 4 and the beginning of Fast 5.
So that is screen used. Wow.
That is correct.
Oh,
yep. And we've had that car has been up front twice already. In 2 years that we've been open, they voted for that car to go up front. So I don't care if it's a $10,000 car or $1 million car. If the fans vote for it to be sat in, that's what's going to happen.
Perfect. I love it. I think we got a couple more. And here is kind of, if you're into Batman or some version of it, there you go, right? Wow.
We have our Bat Cave. We call that area the Bat Cave. There's we've got the Bat Bike, and the Batmobile on the left it came from Universal Studios as a roller. Wow. And we turned it into the first diesel-powered Batmobile in the world.
Really?
It's got a 12-valve. 12-valve Cummins, manual transmission, and a flamethrower.
So it's drivable.
Oh yeah, I'll be driving it to Comic-Con here next month.
Oh, dude, if you need somebody to ride shotgun, let me know. We can probably work.
I will do.
We'll probably work something out. Well, we got a lot more coming, viewers, but okay, so I apologize in advance like I do most guests. I think for you this is going to be extra hard, sir. I have a couple of questions. Big sigh. Probably to date, what is your favorite automotive memory? I know.
My automotive memory. Ooh, that is tough. So I would have to say going to see in the theaters, watching all of the Batman films got me into movie cars.
Really?
The '89 Batmobile, the Batman Returns. It was more relatable because you could see yourself. He's not Superman. He's not some alien from another planet. He's just a guy that has money that wants to do better. So I really clicked with that, and I fell in love with all things movies, all things movie cars. I mean, they become their own character. You think of Transformers, Bumblebee.
Oh yeah.
You think of all of these character cars, and sometimes you remember the car versus certain characters in the movie. So
versus the characters themselves is a very good point. Okay, continuing in that vein, to date, what's your favorite automobile or favorite car?
That goes right with it. It's the '89 Batmobile.
Really cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
hitting that flamethrower, driving that thing down the road. You can't. There's nothing that can like. I've driven every single car we have. The
Really?
Time Machine, the General Lee, the
Wow.
A-Team van. I mean, they're all fun. They're all. I
Oh,
live
yeah.
a dream of playing with Hot Wheels every day, but driving that Batmobile and seeing the reaction of people is just, it's crazy.
It'd be priceless, right? Now we talked about different events, so we've got a few pictures of those as well. So for the viewers, if you're close to that area about Colorado, if you're going to be going there, you have relatives there, and they got a special event going on or weddings, we have a few pics of those as well to share. Just how cool! So I got to ask, what's up with this garb and the van?
So that is the Surfer Boy pizza van. That is from the new season of Stranger Things.
Got it.
That was driven in, I think, all 6 episodes at one point or another. And then you have the Pizza Planet truck behind it. This was at an event for, I believe, a kids trick or treat event in Fort Collins, I believe. And same thing, all those vehicles. A lot of people, they assume when you talk museum, they think these vehicles don't run for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But that's a very, very common assumption. And all of our vehicles except 3 run and drive out of 156.
I absolutely love it. And so an example for the viewers, I think somebody was doing something like convention center and they wanted to have a nice vehicle to greet attendees as they came in, right?
Yep. So that
Okay.
was for a New Year's event. They did a 3040s themed event at that. That was actually at a big casino here, and they wanted a 30s 40s car right out front.
And once again, you could definitely scratch their itch with that. And what a great way to, just when you go to walk in, you know you're going to have a grand time for the rest of the evening. I think we got a couple
That's
more.
right.
Yeah. Oh, and I love
Yep.
rat too, right? So this one's hammered, sitting on the ground, chopped just enough, right? So was that for a
Yep.
wedding as well?
It was. That was a wedding rental. The car on the left is called the Penny Pincher. It's got a blown 383 stroker. The car on the right is actually a T-bucket that was it was a Stuntman T-bucket, and the roof lifts off with a hydraulic lift, and that's how you get in and out. Is
Oh, I
it
love
lifts
it.
up and lifts down.
Now, this is iconic. Now, is that from the Lincoln Lawyer?
That is not. We do have the
Okay.
Lincoln Lawyer car, but that is just another one of our beautiful wedding cars.
Oh, yeah.
We do. That's a Lincoln Continental that we had set up for a wedding rental, and they rented it. Weddings can be broke up into 2 parts. You can do it like a prop and have it there the whole time of the wedding, or you can do it as a drive-away. And took them to the airport and
Oh, wow.
sent them. I think they went to like Puerto Rico directly from the wedding off to their honeymoon.
How cool would that be? Well, and again, for the viewers, I think you're starting to get a sense of how unique this, I can't say a museum because you're right, there's so much more to it, and what Zack and his team are doing. And there's one of the good ways, I think, to measure how cool a place is, and when celebrities pop by. And I think we got a few shots of those as well. We may recognize that guy from Fast and Furious.
Yep, that is Chad Lindbergh, aka Jesse,
Yep.
from Fast and Furious, and he comes by. We have the Jetta, obviously. He comes by frequently, and he's a great human. I mean, he's obviously a
Yes.
fantastic actor. He was in Supernatural, among other things, and he's just a good person. He loves hanging out with the fans, loves interacting with them, and a great guy.
Very, very cool. And
Yeah,
so,
that's if any of you guys watch the TV show American Pickers,
Yep.
that would be Mike's brother Rob.
Exactly.
Rob Wolf was in the house. He was trying to get to buy some. I have tons and tons of memorabilia. They were picking up some signs from myself, some duplicates that we had, and he had to get in the time machine.
Well, of course. Hell, oh, wow. So here we go. There's little Dukes of Hazzard. Right?
Yep. You guys all know him. So when he's not driving the General Lee, he's jumping in the Mystery Machine.
Now, okay, I know the guy on the left. I've had the pleasure of being on stage with him and his family. And so, what's up with the guy on the right?
So that is our Richard Petty lookalike. It's it's our mannequin. We move him around the museum. Sometimes he's sitting up in the benches. Sometimes he's driving cars. I believe he's sitting on the top of the Smokey and the Bandit car right now. But you got to get, if you have your duplicate sitting next to you, you got to get a photograph.
Well, yeah, that is just fantastic. And for the viewers, for the young people and the young at heart, yeah, there's Mater bringing in McQueen, right? Lightning McQueen.
Yeah,
being
yeah,
delivered.
that's another thing. They got to run and drive. Going out to an event, we'll hook up McQueen with Mater, and we're on our way. And it's really cool because now when you come to the museum, some of the vehicles will talk to you by
Nice.
interacting with them. So very, very cool feature.
So we were mentioning earlier, and just when I've been at this a long time, as Zack can attest, and many, many years back when I had black hair, believe it or not. And I'm always fascinated when museums are more than just static, which you guys are light years past that, but you also really go out of your way to embrace the community, and especially the children. And we got a few pics here we want to be talking about, including. And so now this young man, he's all kind of ready for the Back to the Future thing, looks like.
Oh, absolutely. He's got his Air Mags on. He's holding one of our signed. That hoverboard is signed by Doc Brown himself.
Wow, very cool.
Of course, you got Marty's pickup truck, so he comes in as Mini Marty, and I'm like, you gotta, he's like, I want a picture in front of the time machine. I'm like, I got you.
You gotta have that.
He's got the whole getup.
I absolutely love it. And now, give us a little insight on the shopping with Batman. Because I'm a huge fan of Batman. Obviously, you are. The kids love it. So, what kind of set this stage? How did you guys come up with the idea for shopping with Batman?
Sure. So I'm good friends with Batman. Obviously, I hold all his cars when he's not fighting crime.
Exactly.
So Batman goes on a shopping spree every year. He takes kids that have just had a rough year or whatever the circumstances are. He takes them on a shopping spree, and it's 20, 30, 40 kids, and tons of volunteers go out and they get to go shopping. It's a week before Christmas. A lot of these kids wouldn't have a Christmas whatsoever. So he goes shopping. He buys them a bunch of toys. And it's great because a lot of the kids are like, a lot of them buy toys, but other ones they want clothes or they want stuff for their family members. They want, and it's grown every single year. We do it to raise awareness for the superhero playground, which we're building. We just partnered up with the Birthed Project with Candid Aid Playground. Just passed our goal of $500,000. They need a total of $1 million, and we just passed the halfway point.
Wow! Now, dude, there's a shot and a half. Wow.
Yep. So those are all his volunteers.
Goodness gracious.
And those are that was a COVID year, and we were worried that shopping with Batman wasn't going to happen, and we went to extra lengths to make sure it did. And the volunteers did fantastic. Behind, you can't even see the bat. There's a full 21-foot Batmobile behind them. You can't even see it because there's so many volunteers.
Wow. And Batman wants to support this, irrespective of going on COVID, but you want to respect the protocol. But it's fascinating. There's that many volunteers, so he can't even see his car behind him.
Yeah, it's great. We're surrounded with great people, and we absolutely love it.
So what's Batman think about this? He must look forward to this every year with the kids.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that. And we do stuff throughout the year as well. Anytime we're a Make-A-Wish granter, so anytime we hear anybody needing something, we do that as well. But it's such a fantastic way to give back, and how else better to tie it than with Batman?
Absolutely. And I'm not gonna. You're not real good about bragging about yourself, so I'm gonna brag on you a little bit. So I found this video clip. I think the young man's first name is Roby. Is that how you pronounce it?
Robbie, maybe?
Robbie, there we go. And it's a piece of luggage. And so this young man had some medical conditions, and the video on your website is breathtaking. So we brought a clip of this. Before we run the clip, can the viewers just a little insight of kind of what led up to this?
Sure. So Robbie was actually a Shopping with Batman kid the year prior. and we had saw a video of him. His wish was not to go on a trip. It was not to meet a famous person. He asked for a go bag. Essentially, he has to pull a bag full of heart equipment and breathing equipment and all of his medications. He has to have that. He has a lot going on, so he has to have that with him 24/7.
Yeah.
And in school, this bag was bigger than he was.
Yeah.
And he wanted just for an easier access point. So I saw the video and I jumped right on it. And 7 weeks later, he had his bag, and we did a custom bag that. I'm sure the video will show what it is. But it's
okay,
amazing,
viewer. Okay, get ready for this, and you might want to get out a Kleenex. I'm just saying. Hey, Rick, hit that play button.
Little carbon fiber foot pegs. What do you think? What do you think?
Cool.
Oh,
you want to try it?
It gets better. Press the horn button. If somebody's in your way, press the music button. Yeah. So you can swing over on it. Yep. Boom. Just like that.
Oh
Nice.
my God.
And we can adjust those if we need to. Now,
How do I go?
so I'm gonna show you. So this is your brake, and then this is your throttle. So you're gonna push down. Oh, here, hold on. Let me kick it up. Make sure we're in slow mode. So anytime you want to stop, you either let go of the throttle or you pull this brake.
Okay.
Okay. So if you turn left, yeah, there you go.
Whee!
And then you just throttle down. Yep. He's off.
Now, honey.
And you're off.
I'm gonna have one time in this.
Yeah. So, Kevin over at Motoback donated it. So everything we raised is for you guys in the trip.
How much is that?
All the money.
$2,000 to go to Disney World.
Woo!
Dude, I'm tearing up on that. Just God bless what you guys did with that. That was so fascinating. Your GoFundMe kind of exploded, and then you had all these people came on board, including the founder for that really cool bag, and so you're able to set it up where they go to Disneyland.
Yeah, they donated. I reached out to Kevin, who's the owner of Motobag, and told him the story and kind of what we needed, and he jumped right on board and was like no charge on the bag, which saved us a ton. Everybody donated their time. Robbie picked the sounds that he wanted, so that was his choice. He picked Danger Zone, and he picked the DJ horn, and it was great. I mean, it was a 7-week turnaround of just friends coming together. Everybody that donated their time to paint the wheels and make the electronics for the horn and to wrap it and all that stuff.
Somebody wrapped the frame for. So again, a big shout out to you and your extended team to put that together. Because again, it just another example that this is a very unique place at your museum.
Yeah,
the Rodz and Bodz movie cars, more museum. It's kind of hard to get in one sense. So I think we got some contact information coming up. If you could walk us through that, Zach.
Yep. So we're pretty much on all socials. If you just look up Rodz and Bodz, RODZ, because I had to throw the Z's in there. Since my name's Zach, I got to get it in there somewhere. You hear a lot of people say they use their last name as the museum, or they use their first name or their full name. I was like, no, I'm just gonna, it's a combination of, we've got hot rods and then we do rentals for photo shoots. So we got the Bodz, and that's how the name came together. So
perfect.
And then I just put my Z's in there. So all socials, Rodz and Bodz, rodsandbodzmuseum.com, and of course you can call us 303-968-1212, and we're open 7 days a week. So we only close Christmas Day and Thanksgiving Day.
So essentially, every day when you wake up, you got a pretty cool job.
Yeah, it's so real. Like it doesn't really. I put in over 100 hours a week, and it doesn't even feel like it. I don't look at it as a job. They say, it's so cliche. They say, find something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. True. That is 100% true, and that's how I started this. I got sick of working for other people, and I wanted to do something that nobody's done. This is the first museum in Colorado, movie car museum in Colorado history.
Wow.
And doing rentals, it's fun to see what people want to rent for their special event. I mean, a wedding is top 3 for sure of somebody's
Sure.
lifetime, and it's cool to be a part of it.
Absolutely correct. Well, Zach, we can't thank you enough for being on the show. Next time I'm in Colorado, I'm going to stop by. So if you need somebody to help, sweep the floors or polish the cars, just put my name on the list, brother.
Sounds good. I got you covered. We'll go drive around one of the Jurassic Park cars, or maybe Christine. If she wants to play nice, we'll let Christine go out.
Yeah, it's because we want to make sure she's in a good mood, because that may not work out very good for either one of us.
Absolutely.
All right, my brother. You have a great week. We'll be talking to you soon. Take care out there, and God bless.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
You bet you, man. Our pleasure. Wow. So you got to check out Rodz and Bodz Movie Car and More Museum. A lot of going on there, and what a great place just to check out. And for people in the area, what better place to find an incredible vehicle to rent for your next event, whatever it may be. Until we see you next time, here for Car Stars and Roll Bars, enjoy the ride.